Hey y'all, here we are. TK here with the X-Men cast so far, brought to you by Culture Crave, brought to you by a post from Culture Crave. We have, what is it, 7 names, and we're going to start from Professor X, Christopher Abbott for Professor X. Now, I am pretty iffy on this one. I, I, I don't see it right now. Maybe his acting will change my mind, but right now I'm not seeing it. He's got he's got a dozen plus movies under his belt, and that's what you kind of need. You kind of need your main like leader of that all and your main villain to really like have the acting chops, and you can bring in, flood the gates with the up and coming actors to give them their roles. But I'm not seeing it. So I'm gonna be honest, I even made a grok picture, I just put Crusher Rabbit's face on there and said, remove all his hair and give him the classic Professor X look. And this is what we got. Now you can kind of see it. You can kind of see it. But I need to feel it. And right now I'm not feeling it. So we'll have to see what that is. I've never seen any of his movies. I think he was in Craven, but I didn't even get halfway through Craven. Uh, I was in a house full of people, so I didn't even get the chance to really watch it. But yeah, that's our Professor X. Next up, we got Kit Connor as Cyclops. I hear a lot of people say that they're fine with that choice. Um, I've never seen him in anything, but just with that, headshot of him, you put a visor on him, kind of looks like Cyclops. His physique is he's built, so he's gonna pull off like leader material. He's gonna look the part at least. Can he act the part? Again, I don't know. With it being such a younger cast, I haven't really seen the movies that these people are in, so only time will tell. You got Sadie Sink as Jean Grey. Everybody and their mama has seen Jean Grey in Brand New Day, so we we kind of know what we're getting with that one. Now, fingers crossed, they do not do Dark Phoenix saga. We don't need any more Dark Phoenix. You messed it up the last couple times. It hasn't been good. Um, Start her off a little more trouble than usual and sort of, evilish, and then just let her be reformed at the Xavier Institute. Let her be good, and we're done. Like, she's just a superhero. She's all good. Samara Weaving as Emma Frost. From what I hear, people love Samara Weaving. She apparently is a good actress. Again, I haven't seen her in anything. She looks the part, and as long as they write her as the sarcastic um, bombshell that she is, I don't see it being a bad casting choice. Now we got Adam Driver. We all know Adam Driver as well. I'm pretty sure he's won awards for his acting. He's gonna have. We've seen him with emotional range. I would like to see him play Mr. Sinister as that cold-hearted scientist type deal where he's just messing with people's DNA and been alive for, you know, 200 years or whatever. I think I read somewhere that Apocalypse gives him this whole Mr. Sinister type aspect. Before that, he's like just Nathaniel. or Nathan something. I don't know. I've always known Mr. Sinister, but I would like I think that's a good casting choice. You know, I'm always for the big budget roles. You know, like the big people. So he's gonna probably be the biggest chunk of change that they got in this casting, and I'm fine with that. Here's where I start to get a little worried. India Navarrete as Rogue. I at the moment don't see it. I was actually assuming that I assumed that she was going to be in X-Men universe, but I honestly thought that they were going to give her a villain or type deal. And I was actually when I seen that little interview that she was giving with talking about Sadie Sink and how good she was, I actually looked up some like female villains for X-Men, and the first one that screamed Indy could play this was Selene, some sort of psychic vampire that, you know, I guess feeds off of people's memories or thoughts and feelings or something like that. And I was like, what better, you know, what better way to have some like immortal try and mess up the X-Men, you know, hears about Jean and tries to like find Jean and ends up finding Professor Xavier and Jean and be like, oh, well, I'm gonna vampire the hell out of these two people. I thought that would have been good. I could have also seen and kind of really wanted Indy to be Mystique, you know, because she would have been going through the X-Men time, you know, timeline for a while, recurring role, but maybe she doesn't do acrobatics and all that kind of stuff. Maybe she's not that limber. Who I don't know. So, but to sit there and be Rogue for as kind of small as Indy is, seems like uh, a bad call. I don't want to say a bad call, but it just seems questionable. Like she's gonna have to put on like 40, 50 pounds worth of damn muscle just to start to give me the semblance that she's Rogue. And we all know she needs that accent. Thick ass accent is what I want to hear coming out of my Rogue going forward. And then we have, last but never least, Storm. Now, again, a little worried on this one. Not really Storm coming into the X-Men, but Maya only having like Broadway experience behind her. I She can probably act her ass off cool, but I was also kind of hoping for older Storm. I've always been a fan of, because I'm a big fan of X-Men Evolution. So I was kind of like in Storm, Xavier, and Beast being the older heads of the group and overseeing the younger students. Um, I also think Storm needed her own solo movie before this. We've seen Sadie Sink as Jean Grey. We know she's moving upstate, you know, towards the end of Brand New Day, but Storm, I would like she deserves her own solo movie. Like, and that could act as a prequel to her meeting Professor X and so on. I kind of wanted to see the elder daughter from Black Lightning play Storm. At least she's got some backgrounds and some stuff, but again, another time will tell type deal with Maya Boyd. So we'll see with all these new, or not new people, but up and comers coming in, how they're going to do with Professor X and Mr. Sinister being played by Christopher Abbott and Adam Driver, sort of not, I want to say veterans, but definitely been in the game, acting game for a long time. And we'll see how things go. As you can see, top right, it says releasing in May 5th. So birthday weekend for me. Uh, and yeah, we'll see how everything goes with more casting. Where's Beast at? I want Professor Beast. I don't want growing up Beast. I want Professor Beast. I want to see Hank McCoy go from like the X-Men evolution story where he was a professor teaching and in his 30s or mid 30s or whatever, and then gets the mutation triggered. That would be cool. But that's all for me. Click like, subscribe, and we'll talk more about more casting when it comes up.